everybody. Welcome to day 18 of the Warrior Movement Miracle Morning. How you feeling? Give me a wave or put a 10 in the comments if you're feeling great. And I'm excited as we get into today. I want to make a couple of announcements and I'll toss it on to our amazing hostesses of everything. Obviously, tomorrow's the big day. Today, all hands on deck to promote as much as you can. Growing events is a major deal for a big call that's going on tomorrow. This one is huge. You don't want to assume that your people are on, because with this, it's a webinar. If it's a webinar, you're not going to be able to know and see the participants tomorrow. So it's wise to just have a list. You're going to want to do some double checks, like that extra reach out, the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes before, to make sure that your newest partner is on will change their life. So make sure that you make your list and you check that twice, but that's of course number one. From there, I did on the IPA call, I just dropped in. That was like, I have an adrenaline rush because I literally finished this tutorial like a second before I had to talk about it. So with that, it is right here. We made it a tutorial because you're going to play around with it. And trust me, it's not hard. When you explain it, it takes way longer than you actually make it. But I'm telling you this one thing, assuming you're already doing your 2 posts a day, you add this on top of it, it's just going to be able to expand your reach for the product, for your business, for everything that's happening there. Okay. So we have that. Also, I do want to make an announcement. Some of you, did anyone try looking at your boards today, like your Slenderized SOG boards at all? If you did, then you might have noticed that it looks different. And with that, and the reason it looks different is it's getting a little cluttered. As we're getting into our business, what's our goal for all leaders here? The goal is simplify. Always simplify. Hard and complicated is easy. Easy is hard. So what we did is we looked at the boards here, and I took a lot of notes on what Cindy and Lindsay are doing. I can't wait for you guys to meet them. If you're not going to the February Accelerator Conference, by the way, go so you can meet all these cool people here and around the company. But in here, I'm going to be moving it around a little bit more as well too. But what we did is we put just the things that you need for message scripts to convert fast in here. Perhaps after this session, I might go over a little bit more, but just know in message scripts, play around with it. We made it so that it's really do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. For example, who here has had trouble or confusion on how to invite someone to look at the business, what video to send to them, how to convert them after that, right? Give me a wave or put me in the comments if you're a little like, oh man, I want to partner, but how do I do that? So we've actually made it's called the Make Money Pipeline. Literally it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like just press. To be honest, if you do it this way, many of you might not even need a three-way message. You can close your prospects yourself, but you can always do a three-way. Of course, that's great as well too. So maybe after this, if you want, I'll go over a little bit further and then we can go from there, babe.
Yeah, and just a quick thing, don't worry about all the other resources that were there. I'm going to move that to our website. So our member website, warriormovement.biz, will be like our central hub where all your resources and tools are. Boards should just be related to messaging, pipeline, things you do on a daily basis, right? Because you don't need to look at the pirate ship anymore if you've already done it. So it's more so for like a ongoing messaging interaction type of use.
Yeah, perfect. So what I'll do is, if you want, after Pia and Angie are done, I'll stay on the same link for maybe like 10, 15 minutes. If you want me to run you through the flow, we'll of course live stream that as well too, if you have to head out, but lots of fun things. I'll show you how simple it is. But with that, Pia and Angie.
Yay. Happy day 18. Happy Friday, everyone. How's everybody doing today? I think James already asked us to put a 10 in the comments, so I won't repeat it. But today, it's interesting. I'm segueing right off of what Becky just said, and it's about things that you do every day. And so one of the things that I really wanted to focus on today, as we are coming toward the end, can you believe it? We're coming toward the end, Angie, of the second 10-day sprint.
It
Like
went fast.
Sunday will be day 20, guys. So this is our last formal, talk before we end our second 20-day sprint. So I just want to know, like, really truthfully from the heart, the things that you do every day, how much are your lifesavers becoming a part of your, like, if it's automatic, put a 1. If it's still kind of, I have to make myself think about it, put a 3, if I'm not doing it all, don't answer. If you're not doing it at all. We don't want to know. We don't want to know. So if it's becoming more and more automatic, that is the goal, right? Because we are right now in the process of making this a habit that, hopefully stays with you. And it's okay if it's still, for some of us, we weren't used to doing these things every day. So it may take a little more time for it to become like second nature. But like also think about multitasking. I know in science, I don't really believe in multitasking now because they're saying that you really can't focus on more than one thing at a time, but you can't tell my younger self that because I swear I was the queen of multitasking. But with the savers, you realize that when you're doing your meditation and when you're doing your prayer or you're doing your affirmations, you could be doing all of that at one time. Like 3 savers could be 1 saver. Right. Even when you're exercising, you could be listening to an audiobook. Right. So it doesn't have to be complicated, but you can do multiple steps at one time. And then today, I believe the slide, which is why I said that kind of segues really nice into what we have for tomorrow, is what are the daily actions we need to be doing, right, in this particular business? What does everyone here need to be doing for success? So you have your vision, your why, your goals, right? And that's what your daily savers routine, your miracle morning routine is focusing on. But every day after you're done with your savers, after your miracle morning, what does your successful day with Partner Co, with the Warrior Movement look like? And, I'm so thankful to James and Becky for making it so easy for us, basically having in one place everything that we need for, inviting people or the things that we need on a day-to-day basis, right? And so tomorrow is a big event. So part of that is we need to be inviting, right? As many people, and correct me if I'm wrong, James, is or maybe Angie, is it just for not just for business partners, is prospects are invited to this as well?
To answer that real quick, this is a brand partner specific event. However, if people that if they've been exposed like to the business and they want to see a little bit more, they're on the fence. One that I would bring, or if you just have a really good prospect and you want to be like, hey, come sit in and see what this is about, that's totally fine too. Just the average prospect, if they're not in yet, they're probably not going to say 3 hours, but they might spend 30 minutes and they're like, man, this is good. Like, how do I see more? So it's not closed. Just be strategic about how to use it.
And I'd sell it as it's an event, that this is not normal. We don't normally, because a lot of people don't want to be on the calls, right? So if we tell them ahead of time that it's 3 hours and this is once a year, this is an event. It's not a normal, you have to be on the call for 3 hours thing.
Well, Angie, since you did that, now you got to volunteer to role play. Since you're so great at getting people to events and to Zoom calls, let's just role play that again. Okay, so I'm your hot prospect. Or maybe I'm your brand partner who hasn't done anything for, let's say, a year and forgot that she was a brand partner. So how would you invite me to this tomorrow?
Okay, so let's
call me up, like do the whole thing, like, ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Okay, wait. You're somebody who's, because I'm really going back into, that's how I got so blessed.
Pretend I meet 6 months ago when I wasn't plugged in. Like, okay. I'm a brand partner, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not coming to Zooms. You sign me up. I don't know what I'm in. I'm me 6 months ago.
Okay. All right. Ring, ring.
Hey, Ange.
Hey, girl. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Listen, you were my biggest supporter and I'm so always grateful for you. You know that. And I love you so much. So I got you on board right at the very beginning, and I know the timing was not great. You're in this high-powered six-figure job, and you were just there to support me. But what if I told you that the company has rebranded? Literally, it's a brand new company. And
What company is
we're
this?
now called Partner Co. We just rebranded ourselves. We didn't even have a name for a minute, and I could take you all through how it all happened. But we started up at 300 million, debt free. I mean, who can say that? Imagine if you were with Apple when Steve Jobs started, or what if we were at the beginning of Google or Facebook or any of the startups, Amway, Arbonne, whatever. We've always said if we were there at the beginning, what would it look like now? The time is now. And we have a major event that actually is going to celebrate people. I might even be one of them. Who knows? I'd love your support to just come take another look at it. Would you be willing to do that for moi?
What time? I'm just kidding.
It's 8 o'clock, and you love being up early in the morning. You're doing that workout thing. You don't even have to be on camera. Just do me a favor, just plug in. Just listen in. I guarantee you it'll be worth it. And then we can talk.
I'm in. Count me in. In fact, that's almost, I think, what you said to me, like almost word for word. It wasn't this event, but it was something.
Yeah, that's different.
Put a one in the comments, me, if you think you can do that, or if you would go to the event. Like, seriously, Angie, that was just so, and it's very authentically Angie. It's nothing scripted. It's nothing. She didn't know I was going to ask her to do that even, so it's just something that's so very easy, right? But also I think because Angie doesn't wait to just the big event, I think she's doing the DMO, the daily methods of operation, right? It's inviting, contacting people, reaching out to them is a part of her DNA now. It's a part of her daily,
I love it. I actually love it. I love it.
Yeah. So, so you don't need to be, I think we overcomplicate things, right? I think we overcomplicate things. And just like the Miracle Morning Savers, I think the daily actions for success in warrior movement, we just need to keep doing them so much so that they become a habit and that we do enjoy them. Because what did we say about Miracle Morning Savers? In the beginning, they're a little unbearable. They're a little uncomfortable getting up early, so maybe for the person on here who's the brand new person, who's just getting started, or maybe you've been doing it for a while and you're just not good at inviting. You just have to do it more. So today is the day. Today is the day to practice doing it more, right? Get the people there. I might not remember everything. Angie says I remember everything, but I remember this.
You do.
I remember a very wise man said, the number of people you have at an event dictates the amount of money you make in this business. And so from that, from James's mouth to my ears, it's like, okay. So getting people, in the events and sharing with them and getting other people excited and motivated about this business and the changes that it can make in their life. And with that, that's all I got.
Let's pack this event. Let's pack it. That's the goal.
Yes. And I just, last thing I said, that was it. Before you say slay the day, I think that this is all divinely inspired. Cause again, like I made these slides months ago. Like I have slides. I just tweaked it. Like this is not James. I sent them to you, right? You can vouch. I sent you an outline of 30 days a month ago. And I sent the slides for these 10 days, like weeks. So this is not planned. This is divinely ordained. This is miracles in action.
Kismet.
Kismet. Mark my words, guys. This is something that it just set up that way. So for the weekend, before we go, just recap what you did in the last 10 days differently. So your second 10-day, in your mind, you don't have to do anything formal, or in your journal, recap your second 10-day sprint and how that went for you. Remember, we were setting mini goals. And if you had wins, write them in your journal. Maybe share pics of some of, more of your Miracle Morning, your journey, because again, people love to see that they like to be inspired and they like to see that you're growing. And so share pics if you want to, but more than anything, I didn't make big homework for tomorrow. I'm glad, because tomorrow we've got a big day. It's a big event. So I'm
Your
done.
homework is to pack it. That's the
Yes,
homework.
that's the homework. Pack it.
Invite.
So love that, guys. So appreciate you. And it is Kismet. It is divinely ordained because this is literally what we just reformatted. So if you guys need to head off, feel free to do that. I'll spend around 10, 15 minutes to go through this pipeline as well. But if you do have your boards with you, our goal is to be able to simplify, to make it super, super simple. And I'll just share a story because I'm always learning. You know what I like about our business is that it's never boring. Like if you're bored, we're not challenging ourselves enough, right? And I'm always looking to get more, just get better. So it's been amazing to watch Cindy and Lindsay, who are now our newest vice presidents, actually. I think they may be the rep of senior vice president. I don't know. But it's not just that. And you know what's amazing is they're not doing it with huge packs. They're not enrolling ultimate packs. Their average pack is maybe 200 points. They're enrolling a lot of customers. They didn't come with another team. They've been out of network marketing for years. You know what they did though? They're really good at simple systems to get from start to finish to just get the sale or get the recruit. Why do we do the pipeline? We can learn all the amazing things in the world. We can visualize until our eyeballs pop out. We can get super good at the skill sets. But if these products aren't in people's mouths, and if the business is not in people's hands, then we're not transforming lives. So when Angie and Pia talk about having fun with the pipeline, it's an honor. It's exciting because it is the most transformational, impactful thing that you can do, which is having your new person connect them to something absolutely new. All right. So the first notion is just have fun with that. If that's cool with you, if you're willing to adopt that mindset that the pipeline is fun, give me a wave or put fun in the comments below. Now, to make it fun, it's also fun when it works. It's not fun when it doesn't work or you're confused, you know? So let me go through this and give you this flow, and I'll give you both flows real quick. If you have your boards with you, feel free to come with us as well too. But let's open this one up. All right. So I'm going to go to boards, and expect that this will look a little bit different. But the biggest thing, we still have our social media launch. We have our pinned post that we talked about earlier this week. We have the things that will make the difference, right? More drops, testimonials, but I want you to go through message scripts, okay? We'll go through drops pipeline first. And the pipeline is literally just the image that Pia was sharing right there. What we did is we're assuming that you're going from a brand new contact that is actually that you're going to invite yourself. And then we're going to walk you through these different steps. So I'm just going to start to go through this. And I want you to put yourself in the shoe of the prospect. Pia, Angie, I love that you guys role played. You must role play. Like, it's so important. And that was so powerful. Like, that actually got me excited, Angie, when I heard you. I'm like, man, I got to go do that today. Did anyone like that, right? They're like, oh, I see it. I see it works, right? If you're not excited to do a step here, it means you're not confident. You don't believe that it's going to work, right? But when you see it, that was badass right there. Okay, so number one, these are not new things. They're just reorganized. We labeled it, so literally it's one. So if you have a new prospect, we have this invite. Super random. Have you heard about these body bouncing skinny drops? I've been seeing a lot of stories. Of course, customize these, right? If would you be open for some info on them? If not, no worries. Just thought I'd ask. Your prospect says, sure, send me info. Okay. Then what you do is this. You'll go to step number 2. Now, before I go to step number 2, there's going to be 2 ways your prospects come in your pipeline. Number 1, outbound. Number 2, inbound. Action and attraction. As you're posting, you're attracting people, right? Who here in this last week had people asking you from your post about your stuff, right? Yeah. So we still have that script too. So just know, where is your prospect coming from? 1A is outbound. 1B is when they ask you, what are the drops? Same one, right? It's the same one we've been using. Hey, thanks for asking for info. You put them on your tongue, that whole thing. Okay. Same exact thing. From there, the next steps are the exact same. They're going to ask, what are the drops? Well, then you can go to step number 2. Okay. Here's the information you send to them. You send them, hey, here's a quick 5-minute video from Dr. Vance on the skinny drops. It's right, the link is right there. So you have to guess what the link is. Can you send me a thumbs up when you're done? All right. So you want to have them ask you or tell you. It's just 5 minutes, I'll tell you, right? So they say yes to more info. Number 3, they watch it. Either they give you a thumbs up or you will follow up with them and ask, hey, did you watch the video? Simple question. Awesome, Pia. What'd you like the most? Pia's like, I know. Wow, I guess you can lose some weight with this. It looks like it might be natural. Pretty cool. Step number 4. No matter what they say, it doesn't matter. We're going to go right into the next step. Now, if you notice, there's 2 routes here because we have partners that are doing one of 2 ways. Many of us, most of us are buying in bulk and we're reselling them. You make more money that way. Some of us use smart links. Maybe you're social sellers or you're building international. I was talking to Della the other day, and she's telling me that she got a new customer in Germany. So we're not going to ship from US to Germany, right? So she uses smart link. One of those 2 ways, you determine which one you're going to be using. But let's just say it's the bulk retail one. Same script. I buy them in bulk. I get them for $150 so I can save people money, that whole thing, right? And then you send right after you send this right after you send them that one. You're like, all right. They tell you, all right, I'm down to grab that drop. Send this after they purchase, right? Can you let me know once you grab your order so I can help you on your journey? Add them to the Wellness 360 group so that they can be in the environment, and then go to guide 1 for more tips. Feel free to ask any questions there. So everything's just in one. So you put them in the group, you guide them to where they need for the tips, and then you also encourage them to participate in the group. Yeah, regardless if they purchase, send them the link to Wellness 360 because you want them in there. I've seen, even just this week, I saw somebody that a year ago joined Wellness 360, and then she commented. She basically said, guys, I'm so sorry. Life got in the way. I'm ready to start now. Who do I buy from? Who here would love your prospect that you haven't talked to for a year tell you that, right? Like, you want to put them into that group so that they're there. Okay. And then we have some others that you can share on if they can't afford it, right? So you can go through those later on. Drops pipeline, number 1. Okay. Play around with that. It's the same thing, but just like get oriented with the order. It should be a lot simpler because it's just 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. Still with me? Give me a wave or put a 5 in the comments. Okay. Second one is, let's go through the business real quick. You want more brand partners. How do we do that? Well, open up the Make Money pipeline. Remember, we have outbound and inbound. So let's say you go outbound. We have the new business prospect invite. Hey, hope you're doing well. I know this is random. I thought about you because blah, 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 blah. Just curious, if there was a fun, simple way to make money from your phone, would you be interested in some info? If not, no worries, just thought I'd ask. Tailor, personalize how you want. Joanne says, yeah, I'm down. Okay. Number 2, they say yes to the invite. Wonderful. Here's a quick 10-minute video. It's our skinny drop business presentation. Can you send me a thumbs up after you're done? They send you a thumbs up, or you know that they watched it. Number 3, I got this straight from Cindy and Lindsay, this script. This is such a good script. All right. Okay. Here's the thing, Joanne, you're going to love the simplicity of this. We have a simple system in place that's helping people get to 6 figures in 6 months. I think you'll be really pleased with what you find here. Quick question, Joanne. If this could get you everything you wanted from it, what would that look like for you? Joanne, feel free to unmute yourself. Like, what would you say if you were a prospect, if I asked you that question? What do you think?
It would look like me paying off my current home and buying the home of my dreams.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. No matter what they say, I'm going to go to script number 4. Well, I can assure you we can absolutely do that. Guys, Can we, this is on boards, Eva. I can assure we can absolutely do that here. So let's do this. I want to take good care of you. Make sure you get all set up with what we need to get you successful. I'm going to create a link for you to get signed up. Here are 2 options to start. Have you guys ever got confused? Like, what do I sell them in? You know, Eva, open up boards. It should be pretty explanatory. It is in message scripts. We're in Make Money Pipeline. All right. Now there's 2 packs that we share. Depending on your style, most of us are doing the retail starter packs, so you can send them this one. If you're doing smart links and you're not doing the retail side, these are actually some packs that Cindy and Lindsay made that are pretty cool. So 2 good starter packs. Our goal is to give them 2 options. We're like in and out. Who here's ever been to a restaurant like Cheesecake Factory and you looked at the menu and you got overwhelmed, right? You're like, oh my gosh, what do I pick? So just like in and out, give them 2 options. So whichever one you pick, we go to this one, 5A. Most people start with the bigger pack, Joanne. We found that most people are able to move their income forward quicker with that one, but it's up to you. Which one are you thinking? Let's say I'm sharing with you this one. What do you think, Joanne?
Well, I make more money when I'm doing the 10 pack, the business pack. So I'll go with that one.
Perfect. Okay. Well, you send them the link, you get them started, you go to number 6. I'm so excited for you. Let's get you plugged into the training. This will get you there. It'll lead them to the warriormovement.biz guide 1 so they can get connected to all of our groups. Be sure to review the welcome video, get connected to all the groups, and access your training. And then what do? You rinse and you repeat. You rinse and you repeat. You know what I noticed here? I'd have to do a Zoom if you don't want to. You can. I'd have to meet them in person if you don't want to. I can. Handle it, Pia. It's very simple, very straight to the point. It cuts out the fat, helps them get to where they need to get to, and then the conversion is going to be fast. Guys, if you get this down and just play around with it today, like press everything, get muscle memory again. Yes, there's a change, but you're going to find that you're going to cut down. I bet your conversion is going to double in speed. It's going to be way easier, less confusion, and you're going to get more customers, more partners that duplicate faster. Okay. Any quick questions as we end that? I hope that's helpful. Best thing is you learn through the do. You'll find it's going to be very easy to use. Cool. Perfect. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for the extra time. Let's crush the day, slay the day. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right.